Luckily enough for me, I was actually working in Glacier National Park as a tour guide and a program director at an outdoor education center. So the timing of this class worked out really well. I was allowed to expand on my knowledge both in the distance education as well as in the field itself, which really helped a lot of this information stick and become repetitive in my day-to-day life. I would be walking and see bear sign or mountain lion signs and lots of different things that I could combine both my field knowledge and my educational knowledge from this course to really inference and give my tour group a really full and fun experience, which is really great. And also, as I mentioned, really helped this stick in my mind because it was currently coming up over and over again. What I found most fascinating was, although this course was a distance education course, how much you could tell from just one small photo on a screen. You could almost tell a whole story about an animal, whether it was using the track or the sign, as well as the background or things in the foreground to really get a big picture, whether it was the species, the season, the time of year, the weather, the condition of the substrates, multiple things like that that could just be seen from a small image on my computer is really fascinating. Because that was a concern coming in. What I found most challenging kind of goes along with that. With some of the photos, it was kind of hard to get perspective on the track, and mainly in the rodent section. I really struggled with rodentia. It was very hard for me to classify the species particularly. They all seem to blend together and seem very similar in my mind. And those aren't tracks that I saw very often, nor have I ever really seen often in person. So that was probably what I struggled with most. Going forward, I will probably use a lot of the elimination tactics learned in this class. So, whether it was cat or dog, canine or feline, the small skills to eliminate certain species or eliminate different families to help narrow down what the sign or track may have been left by was really useful, and was also very useful as a tour guide, because if someone else found the track and I didn't know exactly what left the sign, I was able to at least give them an idea. If I wasn't sure of the exact species, I could maybe give a family or use the surrounding information as clues as to what the animal might have been doing and why it was in the area. The overall experience of this course was really great. Again, I really think it attributed so much to my professional career, both while at Glacier National Park and overall. I'm now working in a vet clinic, so even just knowing when they say digit 3, knowing exactly what digit they're talking about on the animal's foot, or dew claws, knowing where that is, and the different anatomy aspects, I have learned so much in this course, and I think it really encapsulates the ability to learn from this course when I benefited both in the field and then in a more general practice anatomy based area such as the vet. My advice to others taking this course is to really get out in the field. With distance education, it can be easy to just want to get it all done on the computer and kind of grind out the week's work and be done with it. But if it weren't for my exposure to real tracks in the field and having to use process of elimination on my own on a track that I was never going to get the right answer to because it wasn't a question on a quiz, really forced me to get out of my comfort zone and retain more information.